Hitchens' main argument is the evil nature of religion and how religion, and he says it, religion is the root cause of all evil in the world. And if you obliterate religion, you stamp out the root of all evil. That is basically his argument. So he also talks about the whole aspect of how religion is against science, but that is a very secondary argument for Christopher Hitchens.
So, and does he like define what he means by religion? Because I also saw one of your contentions here is that Hitchens doesn't seem to really give a clear definition of what he means by religion.
He doesn't. One of the things he does is he lumps all religions together. In fact, he says all totalitarian regimes are religious by nature. So he says Hitler was religious, Kim Jong-un of North Korea is religious, and all these totalitarian regimes were religious. So that is how he defines religious in that regard. But he goes ahead again and says someone who holds a belief in God is a religious person. So, and then thirdly, he talks about the organized religion like Catholicism, like Islam, like Christianity. It lumps all those things together as religious. So for him, the name religion is quite fluid. You cannot get him on that. What does he really mean by religion? And so the underpinning of his treatise is that he lumps all religions together and hopes to come up with a unified definition of what religion is, which is pretty hard.
So if his definition is fluid, then we can probably apply the same definition of religion to atheism and say atheism is also a religion of some kind.
We can, yeah. That is a conclusion. Then atheism is also religion. It's a religion because it meets the criteria that he has actually described.
Don't you think we can actually turn the argument and say, I think atheism is also a psychological reaction? It is a psychological
Yes.
Because it can go both ways. Don't you think so?
Absolutely. One of the things that he does not know is that if you do not hold to the truth, you end up contradicting yourself, end up contradicting himself. So he explains human behavior through Freudian psychology and all sorts of things as because Freud said that why people are pursuing God is because they lacked probably a father figure in their life. So they want a heavenly father figure. That is what he said. And they're longing for that. And probably atheism is a disdain for a heavenly father. Probably they had, we can also say that probably they had issues with their father figures. And so they don't want anything fatherly from that perspective. We can actually put it that way. So Freud can actually explain either way, either those people who love religion or those people who hate religion. So you can explain it either way using his psychology.
Actually, you're right.